Stand clear of the closing
Yo,
doors,
PSA.
please.
If you don't come from that shit, don't speak on that shit. You ain't ever experienced this shit, don't speak on that shit. This goes for movie critics. This goes for music critics. This goes for cooks. This goes for music creators. This goes for any motherfucking body. Any motherfucking body.
All of you niggas. This is a common thing we see nowadays where an average consumer or just a random account or anybody will try to critique your art or critique some kind of creative content without really even understanding the process or anything about that. You know what I mean? Understanding any world. So just connecting it to how you said these execs and these people be fucking these movies up, it made me ask the question. I tweeted, I said, yo, how do you feel about artistic criticism from non-creatives? And it led me, you know what I mean, it goes hand in hand with maybe these executives aren't creative. They just looking at numbers on a screen and they trying to recreate what they seen from another movie, but don't really understand the culture of how the Mario movie know, yo, we got to include these Easter eggs because the people that know this shit will fuck with it. And I got a lot of people like different responses, like taking the side of, yo, I think it's valuable for the non-creative opinion, and a lot of people saying like, yo, fuck their opinions. I felt a little bit more in the middle after like hearing people out and shit, because I was on the side of like, yo, fuck them niggas. If you're not a creative, you don't understand what it takes to do this shit. Don't critique my shit.
Right, and that's 100%. I don't fuck with critics at all. I don't like them. I feel like the world would be a better place without them, because who the fuck are you?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with like what's this white boy name that be doing the reviews on music?
Oh, Fantano or some shit.
Fantano. Like you can't give me your opinion on rap music, nigga. You ain't never been in the hallway smoking weed and had to run from the cops. You ain't even do that. So I can't hear you out. I don't give a fuck what type of instrument you played or because you know music. No, it's different shit, bro. Stick to what your culture brings. And I'm not that guy. I'm not the racist guy. I'm not the one to stay this, stay that, stay this. But certain shit
You're not
needs
racist?
to be far from it. But certain shit needs to be reviewed by people who come from that shit or who knows that shit best.
Or just knowledgeable, bro. You don't even have to come from it. Like, because I look at niggas like Skip, Stephen A. They not basketball players, but they come in and speaking from
come
fact.
from it. Exactly. They grew exactly.
They're like not just speaking.
Grace Randolph, this fucking cunt, you know, she's sexy when she's fucking with the Snyder Phantom, but she's a bitch when she has some other shit going on. Because she's a disaster.
She's a doozy.
She came out and said the Mario Brothers was one of the worst movies she's ever seen in her life, right? But then on Twitter,
before you finish, is she like a popular like critic today?
Yeah, she's not a popular critic,
but she's known for being a critic.
She's known for having scoops and shit like that.
Oh, okay, that just sounds like
she's not really a critic.
Shit. Like, you know what I mean, somebody probably paid her to trash it. She got a little bag.
No, probably so. It probably was Disney. I'm pretty sure Disney's furious. Disney right now, they're furious. They're furious. They're fucking burning right now. How the fuck did they make all this money off of Mario? Like, them niggas might make a 3D animated Mickey Mouse movie off this shit. And they better do something. Which don't sound bad. 3D animated Goofy Donald the Mickey Mouse movie? That sounds fine. They do it right? Yeah, they do it right. That could be some gas.
Yeah, but back to just criticism from people that aren't of.
Yeah, she said it was the first. She said it was one of the worst movies she ever seen. Right now, she said on Twitter, people asked her, maybe it's not for you, blase blase. She's like, yeah, I played the Mario games as a kid and never was into it. So what the fuck why even tweet that then?
And that's my point right there. I'm glad that's where it came around to, because that was me. Because I was responding to people. Like I said, this shit, the views. I've been responding to niggas for like 2 days off of this one tweet, but. That was basically how I said. I'm like, yo, people were saying, yo, like the average consumer that isn't artistic. People were saying the average consumer isn't creative and artistic, so their opinion should matter more because they're the field is just those type of people. And I'm like, yo, nah, because when you creating anything, you shouldn't be playing toward everybody. You should be putting your shit out for your actual audience. You don't go to a vegan restaurant trying to find the best cow farmer. Like the best cow farmer is going to tell you where to get the best vegan food. Like that's just not they shit. Their opinion could be useful, but if you in a different field and you coming from a different place, your shit isn't going to be valuable to me. Yeah, your opinion is like, yeah, it's your shit. You could say it, but it's not going to be beneficial to me if you telling me about the best vegan restaurant and you farm cows. Like it don't make sense.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Like it doesn't add up.
So PSA, if you don't come from that shit, don't speak on that shit. You ain't ever experienced this shit, don't speak on that shit. This goes for movie critics. This goes for music critics. This goes for cooks. This goes for music creators. This goes for any motherfucking body. Any motherfucking body.
All of you niggas.
All you niggas.
Right.
Because that shit is a cancer to the community that they're preaching to, that they're making this content for. You're a cancer. You're a cancer. You're literally a fucking cancer. You have no stake in what the fuck is going on. Stick to what the fuck you know best. Stay over there.
Stick to the peaks and valleys that you're used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
You heard?
I watched Other Guys the other day, and fucking every time he did a TLC reference, the Michael Keaton. I don't know if you guys seen the Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their sergeant every scenes and he does like a TLC reference, and they be like, "Come on, that's a TLC song. I don't know what you're talking about." he said that exact same thing. He's like,
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.